Lions, and I'm doing my first live official podcast. Why is it different than other podcasts? I go live all the time, just chit chat with you guys, keep up, and do my show. But also, I have been taking a course myself, and I've been doing a lot of other things, which you have probably seen on my personal channels. And I felt like it was best under the current times where I'm not working, I'm at home or pretty much working from home, that it would be good to keep up with you guys on a weekly basis and update you guys on all the new stuff that I've been doing. And at the same time, set up a few performances that I plan to release. Like, I've been working with my band and writing new material, at the same time working on guest features, covers, doing a variety of things, taking schooling, and yeah, making the most of this time. And for anyone joining me, it may take a while for you to join, but I will have informed you in this chat. If anyone has any questions, I will answer you. But basically, why I'm doing this podcast is connecting with you guys on a weekly basis at the minimum. I'm going to be doing it every Monday at 7 o'clock. And my buddy Anthony's here, said, hey bro, hey buddy, how's it going? Nice to see you. Just guys, I'm doing this chat tonight from 7 to 8. And I want to go through what I have in content for you. I plan to do this once every week at least. And I will have you come take pretty much a journey with me on what I've been up to. I'm going to have guests on the channel once every week, have different guests, different producers, musicians, and guest features, or whatever I work with. So actually, I want to make this all about the community, kind of like bringing everyone together. And I'm very active on social media, and I feel like this was great to kind of give me the chance to keep up with everybody. So a bit of a personal story. Today is my cat Yori's 6th birthday, which is pretty awesome news. He's 42 in cat years, so he's older than me now. But yeah, he's very happy. I gave him a lot of treats, and I think I posted a little video and picture of him on my personal page. So if you go check it out, you'll see he's a fat ass, and he's just totally eating his treats right now while I'm doing this show. Also, if you notice, my main band, Astaroth Incarnate, I've been working on our website and shop, and I finished yesterday, and I launched our website and shop both simultaneously yesterday. You can go to astrothincarnate.com and check out, basically, we've been a band for about 6.5 years. And we've been, playing shows, releasing EPs, but we're currently working on our full-length album. And it's a big jump for us to release little EPs to full-length albums, so I really wanted to take the time and make sure it's released properly. I didn't want to rush it. We have taken our sweet-ass time to make sure this album is exactly how I envisioned it. We've taken about 5 years to release this, or it'll be over 5 years by the time it's released. But yeah, you can be rest assured we've done everything in our powers to make it as good as possible, as experimental, innovative, and inspirational as possible. And I will be updating you guys pretty much every week on how things are going on my end. We also released our official shop. That's shop.astrothincarnate.com. These are both open, launched. It's very easy, user-friendly on your mobile or your desktop. You can go to either and check out the band's history on our website, everything from media, shows, music videos, listen to our music, check out some reviews, and message us and subscribe to our newsletter to keep up with all the release content that we'll be doing. And on the shop, you can actually purchase your contents and send us requests if you think any item that you would maybe wanting. I may run a quick survey to see how you feel about our current items and what you may be wanting. What's really awesome about having our own shop is I'm able to do things I was never able to do before, and I'm able to give you guys content that you want. Like, if you like me and like what I do with my band Astaroth Incarnate, I'm the guy to, make all the decisions, since I'm running all the stuff independently. And if I've had before requests on like 4XL shirts and full sleeve shirts and all this stuff. I can totally make all that happen owning my own shop. I pretty much own an Amazon of my own. So it's really great. I can provide you guys with all the cool items you guys have been requesting for years. And it's hard to do that without the actual platforms to do so. So thank you so much for all your interest. And we have Anthony here. Rick said cheers. Thanks, Rick. Thank you. Rick's my buddy from Blood. Oh, Rick Mintz. Yeah, my buddy is here from Bloodless Child. Yeah, they're a band from London. Played with them before. Pretty cool guys. Amy said, hey, can't stay here, but the kids are acting up, sending my love. Well, take care of your kids. Take your time. Don't worry. This will be up live. You can watch it later. My buddy Andrew is here from Andrew RS. He does reviews. He actually did a review of our EP. And he said, hey, Sam, hey, Andrew, how's it going? Thanks, guys, for joining me. Basically, what I'm going to be doing now is basically running through what I have been doing in the meantime. If you have paid attention, you'll notice that I've been taking a marketing and e-commerce course since I have decided to go independent with my band, Astaroth Incarnate. I've actually done everything myself, like all the music videos that we shot, all the releases we have done, PR, like I've hired people, but I'm able to call the shots, make all the decisions. My guys, Pablo, Sergio, Ashley, and Emil, they're really supportive. We're all learning new things and learning how to be independent musicians and artists and having a lot of fun doing so, and all your support really keeps us going. So I'm going to be ramping things up thanks to my course that I've been taking at the Seven Musician Academy, and they've been just awesome, teaching me a lot about being able to reach your fans all over the world. So thanks to the power of social media, I'm able to do this. And as you can see from my stream, I'm right now streaming on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and yeah, it's great. I'm able to keep up with all my platforms, friends and fans on social media on a weekly basis, and I check my messages every day. I get back to you guys. If anyone has any questions on the website navigation, on the band, on my personal life, I know a lot of people are going through a tough time because of quarantine, COVID, and all that stuff. I'm here to answer your questions if you have any, or if you need any guidance, or if you have any issues. I'm willing to answer and see if I can help you feel better. That'll make my day. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, no problem. And yeah, I'm about halfway down my course, and by the end of the year, I plan to do 2 releases with Astaroth, and there will be 2 short releases. I will keep you guys updated, and they'll be fan-demanded releases. Now that I have my website and shop, I'm able to do these things. I will put out surveys for you guys, and whatever you demand, I will be able to release it. No problem. And I think that improves customer and band relation and artist relation, and just letting me connect to you guys on a weekly basis and getting back to you guys daily. I feel like I'm able to connect with everyone. And my coach, actually, CJ, the Metal Motivator, he's going to be doing his live stream at 8, so I'll be finishing up my stream and actually catching up with him. Then I got half the course to actually keep going at, which is really fun. I'm having a lot of fun. It's keeping me motivated. I've been meditating and I'm like stretching out, working out throughout this pandemic to kind of keep in shape, eat healthy. If you've heard, you don't have too much to worry about. Things are getting better. Places are opening up. And as long as you stay healthy and keep your mental health and personal health at top shape, you're going to be fine. Do not worry anyone that's going through something. Like I said, if you're feeling down or need some guidance, by all means, I have put a lot of time and effort in the last few months to kind of cleanse my mind of any negativity. And if I can do that for you, I'll gladly do that. Besides that, my buddy Alex here, Alex from Blood of Indigo. He's a co-student of mine at Savvy Musician Academy. We're both elite students, and it's actually really cool. They're going to actually let me teach and mentor some of the young students. So if you, any of you are interested, you can, and if you guys are musicians or just marketers and you want to market your music or anything like that, I've learned a lot in less than 3 months. So I totally recommend, they have free webinars you can take. They also have a simple course the basic Tom 3.0 course that you can take, and you don't have to spend any money on ads or anything like that. You just kind of, up your social media game. If you guys are musicians and you're wondering what to do, what not to do with your shows, it'll give you basic information. You can contact with all the teachers, students. I'm one of the elite students, so I'll actually be able to help you answer. I can mentor you guys if anyone needs, and it just makes practicing my craft even better for me. And eventually, as I graduate, I'm going to be, offering more services that I learned from this. As you all know, I sing for my main band, Astaroth Incarnate. I also write the lyrics, manage the band, book my gigs for the guys, keep up with all the finances. And since I've been doing that for 6+ years now, I felt like this was the next step. I've pretty much done everything, and I want to make sure that I can bring Astaroth to a level where I can put it out for all the fans around the world, and I have the method and means to do so. I also sing for another band, Iomare, and it's been really fun. It's with Dylan Gallen. Lawrence Gallen's son is the singer of Styx and Gowan, which some of you may know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know. He has his own band, Vesperia, and also he started Iomare, and he requested me that I sing for him. So it's been really fun. We played a few good shows, and we're actually on the way to record our second album, which I will be recording the first week of July, actually. So I may have him join me on my stream. As you can notice, like, the stream will just be me because it's my backstory, and I'm gonna kind of connect with all of you guys. And then feature streams, which I plan to do every week, will be I'll have a guest with me on every show. So anyone that wants to come chit chat, showcase your products or your bands or your art, gamers, cosplayers, any type of community. A big part of the metal community in the local scene. I go around and check out the gigs, play shows, and try to be involved. And also the goth community, alternative community. It's really fun to connect with different people, and I enjoy it. So it just kind of gives me a kick out of life and not feel bored. And with the new career path that I'm making, I'm able to do that a lot more often. And I've been also doing some guest features. I did a guest feature for my buddy Addy with My Frost, and he had me feature one of his songs, and him and his fiance in another band called In Veil. And I may be working on something with them. It should be very interesting and different, so maybe be on the lookout for that. We'll reveal something shortly. I've also done work for Alex's keyboardist, actually, from Blood of Indigo, like their keyboardist Nathan. He has his own band called Haven Dream. It's a symphonic death metal band. And for the parts that I'm featured on, generally it's a symphonic band with my friend Alina. She's Alina Snow Maiden. Some of you heard of it. She's an opera singer and model, photographer, video editor, and she does a lot of her stuff. She also has her own channel and sings in a few bands. And yeah, they do something together and featured me on a few songs. So we released one song with a little bit of feature. I am on another song that has more content, and I've been looking forward to when things open up, we should be able to release more content with that. Besides that, as you notice that I have a little catchphrase for myself. So generally, you're used to seeing me, whoever sees my, oh, Alex, I would totally have you as a guest buddy. That would be amazing. I will invite you for an episode. Maybe I can feature up to 3 members on my channel for now. I plan to upgrade this and improve the look of it. So as I do that, I'm able to invite more and more guests, but I can totally invite up to 3 guests and have them call chat with me and chat with all of you guys. So, as you can see, I have this little catchphrase for my channel, since usually as Astaroth, I'm kind of in full red and black makeup. I have a Victorian Gothic, almost Baroque-like look to myself, and you could relate me to bands like, Mayhem, Flesh God, Kara Gangren, Grailfeld, Dimmu Borgir, my band, or Emperor. My band's music kind of reflects those. And so I have my catchphrase is "friendly neighborhood demon," and it's funny because I got some questions on that. What it is? So I on my first stream, I figure I do just by myself, and I kind of run you through my life pretty much. I'm 34 years old currently. I am originally born at Bangladesh. It's a little country beside India. I moved to Canada when I was 15, but ever since I was a little kid, I was basically very interested in demonic stuff, dark stuff, always rooting for villains, and used to have a lot of messed up drawings that I used to draw of possession, a lot of violence, this, that, and my parents and their family are actually shamans, and they're Muslim, but they're also shamans, weirdos. But I'm not. I'm pretty much. If you call me a demon, I pretty much have my own rules, laws, and I believe in myself, and I encourage everyone to do that, whether you're religious or not, or doesn't matter what you are or who you are. I kind of see everyone in the entire world as the same. I value everybody's life as the same, and I believe that's the best way to treat everybody. If you do something wrong, the universe will punish you. If you do something right, the universe will reward you. And if we can look at everyone like that, then we can accept anyone when we meet them first. And based on their actions, we can judge them. And if they're good to us, we can treat them well. It doesn't matter who they are. So yeah, doing all that with the drawing and stuff, I was also really into like parkour, and I used to like climb buildings and stuff back home. Back on Black climb buildings and stuff are very cool and fun. I can climb up to like 5 stories and jump from building to building that are very close to each other. But yeah, besides that, doing all the drawing and stuff, my parents always found a little disturbing and absurd of like why I do this. And I've just been, growing up like watching Evil Dead, X-Files, and all these weird things. I was very interested in various type of things. And some of my drawings were burned by my family. As I told you, they're shamans and they controlled spirits and all that stuff. So, and then they had history of possession and all that stuff. So I've been very intrigued growing up into all this stuff. And I was like, oh, this is totally cool on me. And nothing much happened crazy besides having to, possibly try to get exercised a few times because of all my weird drawings. That went well, as in like it didn't work at all. So then I moved to Canada with my family in 2000. Year 2000, it's been 20 years. 2020 actually marks 20 years of me living in Canada, and I haven't moved since. I've moved in a various amount of places throughout Canada, like mostly Ontario, but I've visited a few places in the US, but besides that, my home base has been Canada for a while, mostly around GTA. I went to my high school here, and I was a pro gamer back in my high school days. So, continuing on from my weird, demonic drawings and stuff, when I went to high school, I started playing video games for real, and actually back then there was arcades open, there was a big gamer community, and I've been a part of the cosplay community, the gamer community, and it's really fun. You can compete and be competitive, and that was most of my high school, kind of like playing video games. And the one game I played the most was Soul Calibur, and I only used Astaroth in Soul Calibur, and believe it or not, done more touring and traveling with playing Astaroth in Soul Calibur than I've done in being Astaroth and having my band. Funny. But I've done my band stuff for about almost 7 years now, where I played Soul Calibur as Astaroth since 2002 to now. I just don't have time for tournaments now, but I did play seriously for almost 10 years or so. It's been off and on, but for now, I enjoy my video games. I enjoy anime. I watch a lot of anime. And yeah, just keeping up with everyone, and doing all the band stuff. Video games, tournaments. If I could, it would be fun, but I don't have the time right now. Also, that playing Astaroth kind of when I started my band back in 2013. That didn't come to me right away. Like after being a pro gamer, I also got into rapping and doing mixtapes while I was in high school, and it was really fun because I was traveling, meeting different people, and that was the culture that I was around. And rapping like R&B and Rastafarian music, reggae. that stuff I grew up with first before metal. I didn't get into metal until about 21. I kind of knew about like Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, and stuff like that, but nothing like metal. In my 20s, I got into metal really when I was kind of living in Fergus, Aurora. These are small towns, and I was kind of isolated from everyone. So it really got me to like experiment music. And I grew up with classical music, into like pop, and then rap, R&B, reggae. And eventually I got into like rock, like AC/DC, Evanescence, and other bands. And then eventually I felt like I needed to evolve and kind of be able to express myself, because growing up in back home until I was 15, and then moving here in 5 years, I kind of just learned to embrace myself and everyone around me in a very different light. And it was really fun because I got to experience so many different life cycles, like lifestyles, cultures, and it really broadened like my view on everything. And I wanted to explore music that I've never experienced before, and I really started getting into metal bands like Slipknot, Korn, System of a Down. Yeah, bands like that has been very inspirational in the beginning years of my metal exploration. Besides that, like I was still hoping to go to college at some point, and exploring metal bands like Mudvayne and stuff like that. Korn, Disturbed. My first concert was Korn and Disturbed. I ended up eventually going to college. I went to Humber College, took architecture, and I took a 3-year diploma. And after finishing that, I pretty much did, work for 6, 7 years of the last years while having the band. So I kind of got bored of eventually doing architecture and project coordinating, and I, spent time on it. There is decent money in it, but there's a lot of headache, and it's not as artistic as you would believe it to be. I mainly went into the field thinking there's a lot of artistic value into it. But working in the field, and not saying anything against any architects or project coordinators in the construction firm, I just couldn't have enough time to focus on my music. Like, I started Astaroth in October of 2013 with Pablo, and it was October 6th, if you want to know the exact date. And yeah, it was very different, and I never really had a band before. This is Astaroth's my first band. I've joined other bands and done guest spots and played with other bands since then. But yeah, basically, I've started this band from scratch with Pablo, and then Sergio, Emil, and Ashley joined. But doing this almost after finishing college, aside from work, I spent all my time doing music with Astaroth, learning inside tidbits, and just being really focused on just the band, musician lifestyle. And the reason being, I was able to connect to a community that I've never met before. Like, I've been a part of the urban community, pop culture community, rock, reggae, and then when I finally met the metalhead community, I pretty much felt at home. Like, I was like, oh wow, these people are so down to earth, like the most chill people ever. Especially if you live in Canada, everybody's already chill. So this is just like the nicest bunch of people ever. And yeah, I just fell in love with the community, the people, the culture, and the more and more I got into it, made me want to have a band and eventually work at the band. And I met so many other artists since then. One of my best friends were Lindsay Schoolcraft she was in Cradle of Filth, and now she's a solo artist. And getting to meet people like that, getting vocal lessons from Melissa Cross, some of you may have heard of her, and Lindsay, and then even Veronica from Flesh God. I started seeing things differently, and taking vocals and lyric writing more seriously, and felt like doing the band stuff. I can do it pretty well by myself, but if I have the right tools and methods, then I can, with the help of my bandmates, really propel us and get us to a worldwide audience and be able to play shows where we're demanded for. And it's a good thing. I can connect with everyone in the local community. I can go abroad and connect with other people, and it's a really good feeling to be able to do that. I see you guys watching. Now, I can't see exactly who's watching, but any of you that do comment, I am able to see it, and it shows me where you're commenting from. So far, I have comments on Facebook and YouTube, and I can see that I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So if any of you have any comments and questions, I'll gladly answer that, and this will be posted on all the 3 platforms when I'm done. And I plan to do this every week, as I said. Next week, actually, is the Junos, and I'll get to that a little bit later near my stream. So I'll move my stream by a day for that. But today, Monday, hope everyone's having a great Monday. You know, if you're having a shitty Monday, you know, go call someone close to you. Just do what you can. It's Monday, start to the new week. Everybody hates Mondays. Part of the reason why I decided to host my shows on Mondays, because, you know, even when everything goes back to normal and we all are back in our, like, everyday lives as if nothing happened, we're going to still hate Mondays. So, yeah, and shows and nothing happens really on Monday. So, yeah, I felt like this was a good day to kind of keep chat and keep up with everyone. I'm going to be doing this once a week and have guests. I'm going to have my bandmates. I'm going to have producers, my friends, fans, do a variety of things. Like, I will take suggestions too, like, what would you want to watch? What would entertain you? What, you know, would you have fun watching, basically? It helps me if I help entertain you and, you know, meet your personal needs. Then there's a reason for you to watch. But yeah, besides Astaroth, I've done a lot of things. Like, we released 2 EPs, and we're working on our full-length album, and it's almost written, so I'm going to be planning some releases and stuff now that our website and shop is up. As you saw, I did put up my notification earlier. I did just release my website, astronautincarnate.com, on Sunday, like yesterday, Father's Day. I felt like it was a good day. You know, if anybody wanted a gift or something, it was you know, like a personal accomplishment for that, to launch it on a meaningful day. You know, if you have kids or if you have fur babies or anything, moms get all the love, fathers also need to get all the love. So, yeah. And I also launched my website, shop.astronautincarnate.com. It's been fun. Had an order from the UK, so I messaged saying thank you. It's really nice to be able to connect with international fans. Andrew said, site looks awesome, sir. Well, thank you. Andrew's a reviewer. He also has his own band. And yeah, it's been fun to get a lot of good feedback. I actually got some friends messaging me and showing me a few little tidbits on, like, improvements on features I can be doing, because I have little web developer marketing friends. So it's a great experience. I can't wait to see what I can do with these platforms and being able to kind of reach audiences and meet fan demands I haven't been able to do before. So I'm very excited about that, and I plan to do that indefinitely for you guys every week, pretty much, just so you can keep up with me and what I've been doing, and I can keep up with you, because, you know, that's just, we want to make personal connection, and I help you, you help me. That's kind of the goal here. I've also done finished almost on my second band, Iron vocals for the albums, and I believe I go into recording the first week of July. And that should be on my 3rd show. I will do a little feature on IMAir on that Monday. I'll kind of run you guys by what we've been doing. Maybe I'll have Dylan, IMAir main man, invited, and, you know, chit chat with you guys and see what we've been planning for our second album. Besides that, I've told you that I've also been doing some vocal features. I got featured on my friend Haven Dream, Nathan's band, and his singer is Alina, and besides that, I've been on a couple songs, and we plan to release some stuff, and it should be very cool. Very symphonic, orchestral, symphonic metal. I've also worked out with my buddy Addy, his gothic doom band, My Frost, and it's a pretty cool project, and there's a bunch of friends and stuff that are featured on it. You can totally go check it out on the song Sin of a Sin. I plan to actually do something for them in the coming weeks and months, and maybe do something cool together. Besides that, there's a couple other guest offers I have received, just making time so I can keep up. If anyone has any questions, you can always reach me. I'm reachable on my Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Instagram. And I'll be going live on Twitch to play some games and keep up with you guys in a little bit. I do have to set up like game streams. This is my first stream. I managed to set up just the basic stream. I was actually trying to do a reveal of my cattle cover. I started doing covers again, so I haven't done any vocal covers since 2013 or before, when I started my band, because I spent all my time doing, working with Astaroth Incarnate, Iomir, guest features. And I was like, you know what, it would be fun, since I have all my streaming stuff set up, I'm going to be doing covers again. And it just makes it fun for me to, like, attempt new songs, new artists, learn new styles, and it's going to be fun. So, some of you may have seen, I put up a notification that I did cover Cattle Decapitation. Right. I just did a cover of Cattle Decapitation's Bring Back the Plague, and I'm going to be releasing it on this Friday coming up. If you go on my channel or on my YouTube, Sam Astaroth, you can search that on YouTube, and you can go on my channel, and it's like a reminder for, like, Friday, and it will give you a notification when it goes on live. It'll go on live at 12 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time on Friday. I'm very stoked to put it out because Travis Ryan is one of the harder singers, I would say, to cover. So for my first cover, I kind of wanted to be like, all right, well, let's see what I can do. I had to learn two new styles just to cover this song, guys. I don't know why I did that to myself, but it was fun. I learned to do his little weird nasally singing. And at the same time, I had to, I actually don't sing with a lot of power for all my stuff that you've heard with Astaroth. It's all reserved, kind of like fry vocals. And I, once in a while, will use false chords for more power. But I have, bronchitis asthma reactions when I am around dust. So generally, I don't use a lot of power because I think about being able to perform it live and, all the moving around. I want to be able to perform it live for whatever I write. So I try to be mindful of that and know my personal conditions and limitations. So yeah, that actually had to learn a new style and be able to do the middle part. That kind of sounds like a chorus where he's like going, bring back the plague and this, that. So that was very interesting. I can't wait to reveal that. My buddy Tyler from Monolithic Production actually helped me mix the vocals. And I'm going to be featuring him soon, probably on an episode, because he has to work on a possible re-release. We are looking into maybe re-releasing our first EP if possible. We originally put it out in 2017, and we put it out in 2017 under CDN Records, and I was just starting out being in bands. I had no idea what I was doing, so it's like, I need help. So they were pretty nice back then and helped us out. Since then, 2019, with Astaroth, I put out our last EP, Ascendance, and that I did independently. I kind of didn't really know what I was doing, but I did what I could with music videos, releases, and so far we've had great response. We had pretty good views on YouTube, good amount of plays on Spotify, and been getting a lot of feedback from different continents and parts of the world, so I'm very thankful for that. And I totally plan to release the full-length Astaroth album totally independently next year, and whatever I need to learn and do before that, I will do so. Yeah, but I really appreciate you guys joining me, and I appreciate all your comments. I will release my cover on Friday. I hope everyone's day is going well. This is a new Monday. It's almost the end of June. We have 1 week left. In Canada, if anyone's wondering, wherever you're watching from, things are looking good. We got shut down, and things in quarantine and COVID kind of closed everything down in the middle of March. But since then, things have opened up. Most of areas are in phase 2, which means we are able to have limited hangouts. things are looking good. There was a riot and all that stuff that happened a few weeks ago in the States, and I hope anyone watching from the States, you guys are all safe, you guys are well. What happened was not right, and everybody spoke up about it, and like pretty much the whole world came together. That made me very happy to see, to kind of speak on a variety of topics that usually doesn't get spoken about, and it's nice to see everyone coming together. That's like my whole ideology of kind of like trying to value human lives, and doing my music and what I write. I try to write meaningful stuff. It's kind of open to everyone, and if you connect to it, you connect to it. It could be anyone, any walks in life, and maybe my music helps you in some way, and that makes me happy, because interacting with everyone is also different, and you guys keep me going. The more love and support I get from friends and fans, the longer I can do this, and without that, I wouldn't be able to continue. Even going to school again at the age of 34 and doing all this new things like marketing, e-commerce, trying to release albums independently and all that stuff, and trying to actually switch my career from architecture to e-commerce is a big step. But quarantine happened, COVID happened, everything shut down, and instead of kind of like, I had a tour with Astaroth, I had a tour offer with Archcoat for a North American tour, and I had a festival planned in Montreal, and I was just starting to plan out more festivals in the US this year after our EP launch. I had a few shows with Imer, and I was just getting ready for, me and my guys were pretty much just getting ready for tours, shows, and all that stuff. But this happened, so we pretty much are stuck until next year, possibly. But maybe a lot of artists are actually in the same situation. I had tickets for guys like Rammstein, Face of Flesh God, Lacuna Coil. I had tours, like I had tickets and all these stuff for all these tours, and they had to cancel. So I've been like following them on social media, seeing what they're up to, and they're doing great. They're keeping positive, connecting with the fans, and rescheduling for next year, making sure they're staying healthy. So I encourage all of you to also stay healthy. If you need to talk to someone to make sure that you mentally and physically stay healthy, please do so. By all means, if anyone needs any advice, reach out to me. I've been focusing on myself, the band, my friends and family around us, keeping going, doing this live stream once a week. I decided to do this because I think this is the best way for me to connect with people, and the longer I do this, the more I'm able to update you guys regularly on what I've been doing. I'm going to have guests, one every week, a different guest, and I may feature their content, I may feature my content. Yeah, just staying busy, guys. Staying busy, keeping your mind full of creativity, love, abundance, and being in a positive mind state will really help you get through almost anything in life. The only thing that can stop you is death. As long as you're alive, you can make your situations better. So I'm going to be ending this stream shortly. It's 7:41. I'm going to be ending this stream in about 3 to 4 minutes. So if anybody has any questions or has any comments or anything, please send them my way. I will answer it before today's stream is over. Just to let you all know that next week I will be moving my show to Tuesday at 7 p.m. instead of Monday at 7 p.m. because Monday, I'm from Canada, and Monday is the Canadian Juno Awards. Because of quarantine, they had to cancel the Junos, and they're going to be hosting it live on the internet at 7 o'clock on Monday. And I figured, I don't want to obviously compete with them and try to, I want to watch the Junos myself. Probably every Canadian wants to watch the Junos. And other places, Junos are like Canadian Grammys. So my friend Lindsay's also nominated for one of those. And the guys my friends in Agnes are also nominated for them. So that's really awesome. There's a few Canadian bands that I know that are nominated in different categories. So it's really fun. So yeah, next show I'm probably gonna invite one of my producers or bandmates and have a guest. I'll post up about that and keep you guys updated on who I'll be having, and I'll feature their band, talk about the Junos. Yeah, keep up with you guys, and also by then I'll have revealed my Cattle Decapitation cover, so you can request other covers from me. I'm actually going to put up a poll to kind of request you guys what I will be covering. What do you want to see me covering for Astaroth? So now that I'm doing covers again, I will do vocal playthroughs and covers based on your request. So you can request me. I'll put up a poll probably today or tomorrow. And whatever song you request for me to cover for Astaroth, any Astaroth song you can pick, that anything that I've released, I will gladly sing it and put it up next Friday. And I'll take your request today or tomorrow, finish recording by this week. My buddy Alan from Senpai Media, he actually helps me edit and fix up some of my videos, help me set up some of this live stream stuff. Still got a lot of work to do as the weeks go on, but this is the first one, and I'm pretty happy with how smooth it's going. Andrew actually asked a question. What are the names of some of those other bands projects you're a part of? So Andrew, I've also done, besides Astaroth and Nightmare, I've also worked on Haven Dream, that's Nathan's project, and I've worked on My Frost, that's Addie's project. These are all Canadian artists. I've worked with Voldemort from Eclipse Eternal and Alina from Soul Maiden on my stuff, and I plan to do other new projects I will be revealing shortly in the coming weeks. I may invite them as guests and kind of, reveal our cover, special mentions, take polls. You're able to interact with me on a daily basis and kind of keep updated with what I'm doing, and I'll be able to keep updated with what you guys are doing. A variety of musicians, artists, we all connect to each other, so it's really great to kind of not only be able to connect to the fans and your friends, but also any other artists. I'm very supportive of the entire community that we have worldwide, and I'm able to bring you guys over, chit chat with you guys, keep up, and it just makes the whole experience of being a musician that much better, kind of be able to keep up with each other. And yeah, so all right guys, thank you for joining me so much. I will be signing off now. I'll be back next week, Tuesday, Eastern Daylight Time at 7 p.m. And until next time, stay well. I got another cool comment. Right on, Sam. Thanks. I'm excited to share some more Canadian content. Hey, Canada's doing great. Lots of amazing artists here. I love the Canadian metalhead community, and I'm starting to meet a lot of international community, and it's awesome. The more you go out there and you connect to different communities, the more you'll learn, the more they will learn from you. You can help each other out, and we can all keep each other well, and share positivity around. So on that note, guys, take care. You have a good one. I will see you next week.